You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy, you like that. Don't back down, no you talk back.
Hello angels, welcome back to the channel. Happy Vlogmas. Today I have a what's sold on Depop video for you guys, which I usually just sneak into longer videos, but I haven't done a longer like what's sold in forever. I used to do them a long time ago, but yeah, this I thought would be fun to do because it's literally the week of Thanksgiving. It's actually Thanksgiving right now today as I'm filming this. So I thought it would be fun to show you guys what's sold in the last week. So starting on November 22nd. Some of this stuff I've already shipped, so it'll just be screenshots. Some of it I still have to ship like Saturday. So I have that stuff right here. But yeah, let's just start with the first thing that's sold. On November 22nd, we have a black off the shoulder crochet sweater. It's only crochet on like the little fold over parts. And that is from the brand Cabo. That sold pretty quickly and it sold for $31.50. Here's what the photo looked like of it on the mannequin. I feel like I really tend to like how things look on the mannequin that I have versus flat lays, but every once in a while a flat lay will be better, if that makes sense. Like kind of just depends on the item. This one, it definitely helped to have it on a mannequin, I feel like. So I did accept an offer on this item. I had it listed originally at $38, but like I said, I accepted $31.50 as the offer. And the next item I have for also that same day, November 22nd, I have this Domo swag t-shirt, which this one Nico actually found at Buffalo Exchange in the men's section and showed it to me. Domo is one of those things that sells very well for me on Depop, especially because that is kind of like super on brand for the theme that I sell. I sell a lot of like scene stuff and nostalgic items from the early 2000s. Domo is definitely one of those characters that has been having a moment for at least the last year now. So this shirt actually did sit for quite a while. This is not as desirable of a shirt as some of the other ones I've sold or like merch in general. Usually when I have a Domo accessory, that has been what I've been able to get the most money for, whether it's like a belt or a hat or even like a wallet. But this shirt did sit a little bit. I had it listed, I think at like 60 or so for a while, but I did end up accepting an offer of 40 for that one. All right, now we're moving on to November 23rd, which on this day I sold one bundle of 3, which is a bundle of the cheetah print Loungefly Hello Kitty wallet, which I got at Buffalo Exchange, as you guys maybe saw in my last Surf With Me video. And they bundled that with the cheetah print velour hoodie and the tank top that says Pussycat After Hours. So here I have a picture of what the main photo looks like for all 3 of these things. I had that wallet sell extremely quickly. I think that wallet was listed for like maybe 2 or 3 days before it sold. The velour cheetah hoodie also sold very quickly, and the Pussycat After Hours shirt I think I had listed for maybe a week or so. So all of those sold quite fast, and as a bundle I did a price of $114 for those 3 items. They were all priced fairly similar, I feel. I think the wallet was maybe the most expensive part of that bundle other than the hoodie. The tank top was a little less. Another item that's sold on November 23rd is this Aeropostale Angel Wing kind of like Mogoth style hoodie. So that one sold for, this sold super fast too, and I had it listed at 60, but I did accept an offer of 49. It probably could have sold for more if I had just waited a little longer, but this one I had sitting in my inventory for quite a long time, and now that it of course is like winter and like shopping season, I was like, I gotta get these hoodies listed. So I just decided let's keep it moving, you know, like let's just accept offers. I'm actually accepting a lot of offers right now just because I know it is like peak shopping holiday season. So that one I figured would do well because of it being Aeropostale, which is a very trendy brand at this moment. To the angel wings. Angel wings are still a super popular thing that people look for, I feel like, on clothing. And just the color scheme in general, the silver, hot pink and black, and the rhinestones on the front. It has more things going for it than the average Aeropostale hoodie. Another bundle that's sold the next day on November 24th is this bundle of 3, which is a vintage Looney Tunes t-shirts and this emo striped hoodie dress, as well as a zebra short sleeve hoodie. So this one sold for a grand total of about $113, and the prices for each item individually were $30 for the Looney Tunes shirt, which that sold pretty like slow, I would say. But again, Looney Tunes isn't really the type of thing that I sell a lot of. I just decided to list this because I liked it enough to kind of give it its own moment. If I wanted to sell it a lot faster, I would have just put it on Whatnot because it is kind of thrashed, but it was vintage and I just decided to put it on my page because I liked some of the details on it. I liked the glitter aspect and all of that. So that took a while to sell, but I'm really happy with 30 on that one. And then the emo striped hoodie dress, that is a piece from No Boundaries, which I feel like the color scheme played a big role in like why I wanted as much as I did. I had that priced originally at $45 and it's also extremely long. So again, it looks very flattering on the mannequin. You can really see like kind of what the shape is going to be like. And I accepted an offer on that one actually of $40.50. So just like a, $5 off or so, which is totally fine for me. And then the zebra short sleeve hoodie was actually given to me by Cece when she was here hanging out with us during Complex Con. I love when Cece and Janelle are here because we all have like fairly different vibes for like what we want to sell on our Depops and stuff like that. So they tend to throw me stuff like that because it does good for me, and I'll throw them like, Janelle, I'll give her like more like sporty looking stuff, or Janelle will give more like fairy looking stuff. So we all help each other out in that way, and it's freaking awesome because I was able to sell that zebra short sleeve hoodie for $48, which is freaking dope. And that's my favorite type of thing to sell, like little hoodies, especially now that I've gotten into the groove of like putting the hood up. When I take the mannequin photo, I feel like that has helped tremendously with like how fast things sell for me. I used to always take pictures of hoodies with the hood down because I guess I just have I have a mannequin that hangs like on a hanger. So I didn't really know how to go about it, but now I just prop it on the ground, put the hood up, and I swear to God, stuff sells so fast when I do that. So the next one that sold went on November 24th. And it was this pair of Free People Ultra Flare denim, which it's very rare that I will put Free People on my Depop as well. I feel like that's a brand that does especially well on Poshmark, or on maybe the contemporary side of Whatnot. But I feel like on Depop, it's not as sought after as true Y2K and stuff of that sort. And the only reason I put these on my page is because they're so flare. I was like, what I usually do with Free People is just take it to Buffalo Exchange and I'll get trade so I can buy cooler stuff that I like more to put on my Depop. But I knew that if I took these to Buffalo Exchange, they'd probably price them at a point where I would probably only be getting like, $8 to $10 in trade. I did price these at $35 and they were able to sell for $28. I accepted an offer. So I am happy that I decided to put them on Depop because $28 is obviously more useful to have than $10 trade. So if it's like a especially cool item that I feel like is worth it, I'll put it on Depop. But I would say Mercari, Poshmark, even like the contemporary side of Whatnot is usually better for Free People pieces, but not always. I did sell a dress that was a collab from, I think it was called Jen's Pirate Booty X Free People. I sold that dress for about $80 recently. So if it's really, really interesting and cool, like I said, I'll put it on there, but it really has to be pretty dope. So the next one that's sold is one that's sold on November 25th. And that is a Aeropostale fur-lined hoodie. Now this I was able to sell for $85. I wasn't totally sure what I was gonna be able to get for this because I feel like it's just kind of an iffy one as far as like the tier where like Aeropostale fur trim hoodies, the range is crazy right now. Like you can sell them for like up to $290, like $300 plus if you're lucky. So I knew this wasn't like a ISO / grail sought after piece necessarily, but it's like the grunge version of some of the ones that are, sort of. It's got a lot of like fur on the inside and it's just more of like a grungy vibe, like I said. So some of the ones that are doing crazy right now are the ones that look especially scene core or especially like pastel with the fur trim, and those you can get a lot of money for if you have the right one. I certainly have. But this one I sold for $85, which I'm super thrilled with. It's a really cool piece. I haven't seen another one online of this exact item, so I figured it would sell for at least 75 plus, and yeah, I'm definitely happy with this. The next one is a bundle that's sold on November 25th, and this is a bundle of literally the exact zebra hat that I'm wearing right now, bundled with this faux fur short sleeve cardigan. So the fur cardigan is just from Zara, but it's an insanely cool piece, and it sat for a while, and again, if you guys will notice, it has a hood, and in the photo that I have, you can't see the hood up. And I feel like that was the biggest fault on my part, is that I should have always taken a picture of this item with the hood up, because it took a while to sell. And I think if the hood was up, it would have sold a lot faster. But I was still able to get $45, which for a Zara piece is definitely good. The reason I priced this piece higher for a Zara piece is because I literally would have kept this item 1000%. If I had more room and didn't need to pay my bills. Like, it's a super cute piece. So I was like, I'm gonna price this at what I'm willing to give it up for, which, you know, that's a totally valid way to price things in my opinion, because I will literally put that right back in my closet. That's how I feel. And the zebra Santa hat, I noticed there were no other ones online except for one other one that had definitely been through like the dryer that somebody had priced at $50, which... So I priced mine at $28, and I thought that was fair, and it did sell for a grand total of that bundle of about $73, so that is awesome. The next item that's sold is a Sinful thermal. This Sinful piece was, in my opinion, a really, really desirable one. It maybe could have had more rhinestones or something, but the color scheme is great on this piece, and I think originally I had it priced at like $56, but I lowered it to $48, and then I ended up accepting an offer of $40. Sinful's definitely been like pretty popular in the last year or so because it's one of those like iconic trashy Y2K brands that people definitely wore, you know, during that time. My sister was more in that age group when I was in that time. I know my sister was kind of into Sinful, and I didn't see the hype at the time, but that's because I was just wearing skinny jeans and panties. So this is a pretty cool piece in my opinion. I'm thinking that Sinful is kind of like trending tiny bit down just based on what I was able to sell this for. You know, I could have like maybe waited longer, but I feel like in my opinion, when things get to the point where they're in like 5+ people's bags, but you notice that they start to not be in that many people's bags anymore, that's when you should lower the price on things. And that's what I did with this piece. I was like, how did we go from 5+ people's bags down to like now it's in 2 people's bags? I'm like, that's telling me that I should lower the price a little bit, and that is what happened. The next one that sold on November 25th, and this is a really cool structured like t-shirt. Like the cutouts on it are very interesting. It's not a crazy brand or anything, it's just an early 2000s brand, but it was priced originally at $35 and I accepted an offer of $25 because again, I'm kind of just like accepting a lot of offers right now. But the reason I decided to put this on here versus whatnot is because I really liked the cutouts on it. Otherwise, this is a piece that I maybe, if it was just a normal t-shirt, I would have just sold on whatnot for like $12. The cutouts really made this piece stand out in my opinion, and it did not take long to sell at all. So I'm definitely glad that I decided to do that. The next one that sold on November 26th, and this is a mini Playboy monogram bag. One of the bin bros actually gave this to me, so shout out Omar, thank you so much. I really wanted it, and he definitely didn't have to give it to me, but he did. So thank you. And this sold for $70. So I think I definitely got more for it than he would have. But that's what we do. We be trading things up in the bins. So I traded him something and then he gave me this, and I'm super grateful because yeah, it even had like little like kind of like cat bite marks on it. And I definitely have that in the description. I'm like, if this bothers you, do not buy this bag. But everybody else selling this bag has it priced way higher than I did. So I think it's definitely priced appropriately, even considering that. It's the kind of situation where like from afar, you have no idea there's flaws, but if you're looking for them, then of course they're there. So overall, it's a super cute bag. I definitely like it. Again, if I had more room and like didn't need to pay my bills, I'd probably keep it. The next piece that sold on November 27th, and I sold quite a few items. This was yesterday actually, so now this is to the point where I think this is the last item that I was able to ship yesterday. The rest of the items that sold either after the fact, I had already been to the post office, or they sold today. So this one is another off-the-shoulder sweater, and this sold for $30. I think I received probably like a million offers on this sweater before somebody finally just paid full price and bought it. And again, off the shoulder sweaters, super trendy. I feel like it's like a winter vibe that people are really into. It's super flattering. It really makes you look super cute almost every time when you have a little off the shoulder moment going on. This one was from the Limited, and it did have one little stain actually on the front. And I was still able to get $30 for it. So I think that's super good. Sometimes I get nervous about selling things with flaws because you're already putting all this effort and work into like photographing them and describing them. And then you gotta hope that somebody reads the description and sees the pictures of the flaw. But I mean, every once in a while, if it's something fairly subtle, then I will put the work in if I believe in the item. And that's what I did here. The next one that sold is a bundle, and I still have this bundle in my possession. So I'll show you guys the physical pieces as well, but this sold, all of this stuff now sold pretty much yesterday, like after a certain hour. I think we had went to the post office yesterday at like 1 o'clock or so, something like that. So this all sold after 1 o'clock yesterday, the day before Thanksgiving. So this is a bundle that sold for $102 total. Most of the cost of the bundle was this jacket, which is super cute. Like, to me, this jacket is giving like New York City It Girl model off-duty vibes for sure. The tag is really cute too. It says Frida as the tag, and here's a picture of what it looked like on the mannequin. But I originally had this jacket priced at like $118, and then it wasn't getting like a ton of traction to the point where I was like excited about it. So I decided to lower the price to, I don't know, like $89 or something like that. So they decided to bundle this jacket after I lowered the price. So I'm really glad I did that. They decided to bundle that jacket with these Happy Bunny capris that are so freaking cute. I absolutely love these. They say it wasn't me on the side. And of course, Happy Bunny is definitely like pretty on trend right now. This one, being it was a pair of capris, I wasn't sure how well it would do. The baby tees from Happy Bunny and tank tops do especially well, or like a hoodie even, bags, accessories, like blankets, stuff like that. I feel like that shit pops off. I love that stuff personally. I have a Happy Bunny tank top coming in the mail as we speak, but that's because I was super into it when I was a teenager and it's super nostalgic for me. But this, I think I had priced at like around $30. So combined, we did 102 on the both of those. I don't remember what exactly, you know, each item was, but it was something around there. And the next item that sold is this pink Y2K skull zip up. So this also had flaws, and I just loved the structure of this zip up. Like, it has so many cool details. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'll show you the picture of the modeled photo here, but it has like kind of a high neck, and it has like kind of like an accordion bottom that is very stretchy, and some really cool like little details like this little star down here and stuff. But unfortunately, it did have some yellow stains on the sleeve area. They're pretty subtle, but they do exist, and it made me a little worrisome about listing this. So it took me forever to list this. I had it in my inventory rack for like many months before I finally was like, okay, it's time. But I had it priced at I think like $38 originally. A lot of people started liking it. It was going into people's bags, but I was getting a lot of offers, and then finally I was like, I'm just gonna lower it to $30, see what happens. So then finally somebody offered $24. A lot of people did actually, but somebody finally offered $24 and actually bought it. So this sold for $24. The next one that sold is this brown cable knit sweater, and this is from the brand City Unlimited. And that one is right here. This one I had priced at $30 originally. This one is kind of also like one of those pieces that I'm like, this isn't super my favorite style by any means, but I know that stuff like this is trendy right now too. Like a nice thick cable knit sweater, like you kind of can't go wrong. It's the right season for it. But I was happy to accept an offer on this one of $21.90 because it's not something that I like love. Like, it's not something that I'm like insanely into, you know what I mean? Because there is stuff on my page that is priced very high, and it's because I low-key don't want to sell it that bad. So let's get that straight right now. There's definitely a band tee on my page that I'm almost treating like my Depop is a museum. It's like, you could buy it if you want to, but you gotta pay the troll toll, which is $245, or else I'm keeping that shit. So stuff like this, you're lucky if you like it, because if I list it on my Depop, I will accept offers. It will be cheap for you. That's just the way it goes. The next piece that's sold is a bundle, actually. This is a bundle of 2, and this also sold yesterday. So this is a little tank top. I think I've said this before, but tank tops always sell insanely well for me on Depop, especially. I mean, I could sell them on Whatnot too, but the reason I sell them on Depop is because I really like to. I think they're really fun to put on the mannequin. They look really cute on the mannequin almost every time. And this one sold for $22, which is full price. That's what I was asking for it. Usually I do find the ones from No Boundaries. They made a lot of like really cute cheetah print ones. This one is like a mixed cheetah and heart one. And then they bundled it with this pink Realtree trapper hat, which there was one other person selling this same item on Depop, and I think theirs was priced around what mine was, or something like that. That's kind of what I judged it based off of. My picture definitely looks better than theirs in my opinion. So I know I've said this before too, but literally you can get more money when your picture looks better. I mean, you not only make yourself look more professional when your photo looks good, you seem more serious about it, but you also can make people see things in a way that they maybe wouldn't have. And I think this is especially true when people like model their stuff and really put a whole outfit together. I am not there with my time management where I can do that right now, but in a perfect fucking world, I would. Like, I would do a whole outfit. I think that is how you get the most money for pieces with a plain white background. When I see somebody doing that on Depop, like, it really makes me stare at the photo for a really long time. And yeah. So anyway, I'm going off topic a little bit here, but this sold for $24 and it's super cute. It's the right season for it. I figured accessories would be selling right now because they're very giftable. Accessories like wallets and hats and purses, super giftable things. So not surprised that this sold. I just sold another thing, you guys. Oh my God, what is it? I just listed this today. I just listed this like 2 hours ago. Okay, we're gonna circle back to that, but I literally just sold something. Okay, cool. I figured things would sell today, and even though it's Thanksgiving, I made a point to list stuff today because I knew historically, like, I've been selling on Depop, you know, for like 8+ years. Stuff sells on Thanksgiving. If you're lucky, like, if you got a store full of stuff, people are shopping on Thanksgiving, like, for sure. Okay, so the rest of the stuff that's sold today, actually, and there's only 3 more items to get through. So the next one is a green Victoria's Secret pink hoodie, and this I had originally listed at $30. It's not the craziest piece by any means, but I really do like listing pink as a brand because it's also very nostalgic. I feel like it fits the theme of my page, which is basically like early 2000s, Y2K, scene, McBling, but the best of all eras. That's what I'm going for. The best of all, not eras, aesthetics, my bad. But pink is one of those brands. So this one, I ended up lowering the price to $20, but I accepted an offer of $14.40. So sometimes you don't know, you know, you may as well shoot your shot. I'm not one of those people that like hates when people give me offers and then they don't buy. I really don't care that much because it's like, who cares, you know? Like, it takes me about 1 second to click a button that says accept. So it doesn't really bother me when people don't buy. I don't know why some people are bothered so badly by it. I guess to each their own. But for me, I'd rather get offers than nothing, because I'm just gonna counter it or accept it or nothing, you know? Like, the worst I can do is nothing. And the worst they can do is not buy it, and then I'm unbothered. But anyway, this sold for $14.40, which I'm totally cool with. The next item that sold is this pair of Hello Kitty pajama pants, which this I was also a little hesitant to list because it has one little discoloration, which is so totally not a big deal. But the reason I decided to list these despite that is because the like cheetah print paired with the Hello Kitty heads, I thought it would look really cute on my page. It really fits the vibe. Again, like scene, McBling, Sanrio, whatever. So these sold, I had them listed at $24. They sold for $18, which I'm happy with. I accepted their offer. And that brings us to the item that just sold 4 minutes ago, which is this Aeropostale Henley. I'm gonna have to go grab this from my Depop closet in a moment, but this sold extremely fast. I actually compared this piece to what other people were selling Aeropostale also Henley's for. And it seemed like they were kind of all over the place to some degree. Like some people had theirs listed at like 30, but a lot were at like 11. The reason I chose $24 for this piece is because it's from 2016. So it's, you know, mid 2000s, not early 2000s, but yet I priced it a little higher than some people because of the color scheme. The hot pink, white, and black. I feel like those are colors that look just so cute together. And I did a flat lay of this one with mannequin shots, but I had the flat lay actually as the first photo. So I think that worked out in this case just because, I don't know, like I think it's sometimes because my mannequin doesn't have arms. I feel like now that I think about it really hard, the arms looked a little strange on the mannequin being they were so limp, if that makes sense. So I thought the flat lay was better in this case, and that it must have worked because literally this sold in like a couple hours. So yeah, that concludes what's sold in a week, basically. I do hope more things sell later today, but you know, for the sake of this video, I think this is a pretty well-rounded week. I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I do this full time alongside like Whatnot and YouTube. So that is definitely like a good week in my opinion, but if I had more stuff in my shop, I probably would have sold even more. You know, inventory is everything. You gotta have a lot of stuff involved. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or like tips or advice or like anything you want to say in the comments down below, or any experiences with Depop you may have had this week. Let me know. I love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.